Hi there, Malcolm here with my 356th Booktube video, and today I'll be bringing you a book review for Marvel Select Marvel Zombies Resurrection by Philip Kennedy Johnson. And this is a reprint of Marvel Zombies Resurrection from 2019, just the one issue, and Marvel Zombies Resurrection 2020, issues 1 to 4. This is the third Marvel Zombies book I've read now. I've previously done Red, White and Blood and Supreme. And in this I can tell the zombie plague has different causes, different sources, and affects a different bunch of heroes depending on which book you read. And in this case, a zombie Galactus is found floating out in space. A bunch of heroes go and check it out. They don't know he's a zombie at the time. They all get infected and bring the infection back to Earth, where we follow Spider-Man, or Peter Parker, in a post-apocalyptic world, trying to protect the children of Mr. Fantastic and the Invisible Woman, who were on the mission to Galactus, along with a dwindling band of surviving heroes, as they turn from just trying to survive, which is hard enough as it is, to turning the tables and taking the fight back to the zombie horde and stopping it for good. Now, the one-shot 2019 issue chapter was really interesting. It, like I say, has the origin of the plague, of the initial team going out there to investigate. They don't know he's a zombie at this time, they just think he's a big dead Galactus, just what's going on, let's check it out. And of course, as they wander around his body, they encounter somebody who is infected, and it all goes wrong from there. And of course, it all starts lovely, everything's clean and pristine, and all the clothes aren't ripped to pieces. And of course, it quickly goes to pot, and then it comes to Earth, leading to mass chaos, and Spider-Man being left in charge of the two kids. And then the four-part follow-up is some indeterminable amount of time later. Peter Parker has forgone his costume now. I think he still wears it. He wears clothes over the top of it. He doesn't have a mask on. There's not really many people left to keep his identity hidden from. And it is, to a degree, a very standard zombie apocalypse survival story. But the only difference being quite a few of the zombies are zombie heroes or villains and have their extra powers associated with. Now, art-wise, I can't really show you anything inside due to spoilers, but for a zombie apocalyptic story, the gore level, I would say, is a lot tamer than it has been, even compared to some of the other Marvel zombie stories. So if you're put off zombie stories because of the amount of guts on the show, I would say this one is significantly less gruesome than the other stories. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was well told. There was certainly a level of intrigue in terms of the source of this, and could they actually find a cure or find a way to stop it. I like the way that the zombie creatures aren't just mindless slavering creatures. They are intelligent to a degree. They have the memories of the original hosts and the powers of the original hosts if it's a powered person. And there's some nice utilizations of some of the superhero powers for the zombies to overcome the obstacles that the living have put in front of them to try and stop them. It's like there's no way they can get through this, and then these turned heroes or villains turn up. It's a case of, well, there's nothing going to stop that lot. And this really was a who's who of the Marvel universe, which for someone who is only a casual explorer of Marvel, you know, I've seen the films and I've read the Marvel Selects up to this point, or most of them. I still don't know all the X-Men. I still don't know all of the various other characters out there. I may have them in Marvel Select, but it doesn't tell you what they do or who they are. And so every now and again, either the living or the dead version of one of these heroes or villains turns up as a case of, I recognise you, but I don't know anything about you, and then they do a thing. It's like, whoa, okay, I didn't know you could do that. That's cool. So a certain degree of, oh, that's really cool, I didn't expect that. And at the same time, it's a case of, well, I didn't know the significance of how awesome that would be when they turned up. Now, at one point, there's a bunch of zombie Hulks turn up, and you think, you know exactly what you're going to get with that. Whereas quite a lot of the other characters, as I said, as a casual explorer, I didn't know what they were, who they were, what they could do. And so when they did suddenly do whatever it was they did, I'm like, oh, okay then, they could do that. What else could they do? Oh, they're dead, never mind. We'll move on then. And I really enjoyed the conclusion. There was a very specific power from a very specific hero that was used. I really found that satisfying, particularly after what I've seen fairly recently featuring this particular character. Keeping it vague, I suppose if you know, you know. But I thought it was really awesome and I had a lot of fun with it. But then why wouldn't you when you got Spider-Man, a Flurkin and Blade in the team? What a combination that is. Definitely worth buying this one. Gotta love those Marvel Zombies. So have you read Marvel Select Marvel Zombies Resurrection? What did you think of it? How does it compare to other zombie stories that you've read, or the Marvel Zombies that you've read? Now going forward, I'm going to be a bit more discerning as to which Marvel Selects I pick up. They're taking up a lot of room. It's getting expensive to pick one up every month, particularly as they've jacked the price up by another £1. So I've got 2 more. I think this is October's Marvel Select, so I've got November's and December's to go. And then I'll check out what interests me going forward. I won't just blindly pick them up. For example, January 2026, it's Captain America and Black Panther. I spotted it in the shop yesterday. I had a quick flick through it. Didn't really grab me. I might pick it up if I see it second hand in a charity shop further down the line, but like I say, I'm going to be more discerning with that. And so you'll be seeing a lot less Marvel Select reviews going forward. So feel free, comment down below. But as usual, if you have nothing nice to say, then please keep to yourself. Thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and other YouTubey things if you want. And until next time.
Brains.